Hey guys, welcome to my hair channel. Today I'm trying something different and doing a tutorial of a straight hairstyle. Recently I cut a lot off of my hair, like a lot. So I've been experimenting with some different styles for shorter lengths, which led me to this 90s inspired look that came out so cute. Now I am natural and have an intense fear of heat damage, thermophobic if you will. So I'll be covering everything from wash day to protective products and my low heat straightening routine for those of you focused on avoiding heat damage, which should be all of you, every single one of you. Then after my hair gets kind of old, I'm going to show which products and techniques I use to revamp it and style what I guess you could call this half up swoopy side bang. I just call it the Bratz style because I think I look exactly like a little Bratz doll with this hair. Okay, so boom. First off is prepping my curls for straightening so that they revert back with no issue. And the key to this is deep moisture and deep cleaning. I detangle with black seed oil and a wide tooth comb before every shampoo, but this is a thicker oil, so to make sure all of that grease washes out, you want to use a clarifying shampoo and a scalp massager. I use this sulfate-free one by Eden Body Works once a month, and it leaves my curls squeaky clean like Dawn dish soap, but still soft. And I like to follow up with this Garnier 5-minute mask because it adds a very light touch of moisture, which is perfect for straightening. Now my straightening routine is pretty simple. I only use Beyond the Zone heat protectant spray and Cheese Silk Serum because they're both lightweight and they make my hair really shiny. Then I blow dry with my most used and helpful heat tool, this Revlon blow dry brush my mom gifted me. Thanks, mommy. For best results in a shorter drying time, I brush through and then twist it up so it gets a lot of the hair at once. This thing is awesome too because you can use it on wet, dry, straight, or curly hair. Anyways, I finish off with my Tymo straightening comb because it gets the whole head done in like less than an hour, especially if I blow dry it first. I personally prefer the thick blowout look as opposed to a super flat silk press. It's just way faster and gentler on my hair, and I like to flip it around a lot, so the extra volume just like suits me better. All right, and that's all for my curly to straight routine. Now, now it's been 2 weeks since I washed it, and I've been refreshing my roots with this Not Your Mother's dry shampoo. There are many words you could use to describe this hair right now, but cute is not one of them, or fresh. I've been sleeping without a scarf, my roots are curly, and I sweat my edges right out, so first things first is smoothing it down with that same heat protectant. I like to spray my products on my hand and then rub it on rather than just spraying it all over because it's easier to control. Then I use one of my recent pickups, this Silk Serum. I'm so late on this stuff, and it's now my favorite product for straight hair because of how smooth and slick it turns out. Plus, I love the smell, and I just learned it also says for skin and hair, which is bomb because I can rub it in my hands after. I'm going to distribute those products evenly through my hair with a super gentle wet brush and then go in with my Old Faithful Miss Revlon on low temperature. I know it looks like I'm pointing on high, but the setting is on low. I really don't need that much heat since it's already straight. I just use it to smooth down my edges, roots, and the back of my hair a little bit. Okay, this is not good to do too often, but straightening the hair along the hairline and the side bang is what really makes the front look perfect. It makes your edges so cooperative and cute when you lay them, so that might be the most important detail in this entire video. That swoop bang and the sides are the focal point of this whole look. It will make or break you. Edges tend to have a lot of power like that. It is what it is. Okay, another minor yet crucial, imperative, determining detail is the parting. Now, instead of parting up towards the center of my head, I'm going to move it to point more so towards my ear. I think the swoop looks much more seamless when you part it out this way because the ponytail covers your scalp and the bang is much more dramatic. Also important, instead of making a straight horizontal line, try a diagonal part down to your temple, basically making a triangle, scalene that is. If you do this, the bang will lay way flatter behind the ear and you have more hair to make the ponytail thicker. And speaking of, for the ponytail, you want to part the hair straight up and make it as clean as possible with a little comb. I really recommend a mirror for this part. I kind of fumbled because you do not want a dusty, blurry line, even if it is in the back of your head. So let's keep it classy, ladies. Avoid my mistake here. Get a mirror. Now, if you put that rubber band in and your roots look bumpy, please take it down, find the patience, and redo it, I beg. Going back with a comb instead of just my hand solved this problem for me and left it smooth enough to move on to my edges for now. I love me a good side burn, so I'm doing a quick pass with medium heat before I lay the hairs up front. And this is my current favorite, the Edge Fixer Max Hold by Kiss. Very Cherry is the best. But first, I brush my hairs down with no product and straighten the line out so every teeny little tiny baby hair is perfect. And since I straighten them first and I prefer a natural look, I only need to use a smidge of gel on the very tip of my brush, swoop it up, and then lay it down with my finger. I kind of just repeat this motion over and over again until it looks laid but natural, yet dramatic but not oversized and tacky. This is the definition of that for me. I'm doing the same on the other side, but it doesn't have to be as detailed because the bang is going to cover it. You just want to lay any flyaways down. Now that the edges are laid and slayed, I'm going to add some more of that heat protectant spray, which acts as a dry oil to smooth down frizz, and then go back with a tiny rubber band so I can wrap it one more time. This is my hairspray of choice today. It's the Sleek and Shine 24-hour hold by Garnier, super cheap. I love that it gives me a soft, touchable hold because I do not like a crunch, but I do need some humidity protection here in Georgia. This heat is brutal. Also, this is definitely one of the products I use my hands to apply, not just for control, but like, why would I spray this aerosol can directly onto my face? Okay, the bang is pretty simple. I do one section at a time and basically brush it over and over and secure it behind my ear with a couple bobby pins. Once I tighten up the front, this style is basically done. All I have left is curling the ends so that they'll actually hold all day, but this is really a look already. I could wear like this. I feel cute. Now for the ends, I'm using my new hair straightener by Chi. I bought this with my own coins at Target because after 10 years of straightening, and this is rather embarrassing as a natural hair YouTuber, I just learned about the difference between ceramic and titanium plates on your flat iron and realized my old cheap one from middle school has titanium plates, which apparently are much harsher on your curls since they heat the surface of the hair shaft really quickly. I don't know, it's science. Sorry, I'm on a tangent, but this is really worth doing a quick Google, learning the difference, and switching your flat iron if you need to, because I wish somebody told me 10 years ago. Okay, this curl clearly did not come out right, so I just keep passing over it until the curls flip out in the exact position that I want it to. And the key to curls that hold on all hair types is to always let it cool in a clip or roller like these self-grip ones I got on Amazon. This makes a huge difference rather than just letting it cool while hanging down. Gravity is our antagonist here, so I'm gonna do 5 total, 3 on the bottom and 2 up top. And I decided to go back and secure the rollers with those same crease-free clips that I used to protect my bang. I usually wait about a half hour or at least until the curls cool before gently taking the rollers out. And for the last touch on the curls, I'm bringing out my fave and doing a little twist and hold on all of my ends to make the curls flip up in the same direction. Really quick, I just wanted to mention I do have this Got To Be glued spray, which I know is really popular, but this is way too strong of a hold for me, even for my edges. Again, I prefer a soft, natural finish with my hairspray, so instead of that Gorilla Glue, I'm using this Garnier one I mentioned earlier and applying it all over key with my hand. Alright, you want to save this step for last, but it is certainly not least, and that's hiding that rubber band smack on top of your head. To do this, I take a little section off of the side and then wrap it all the way around before securing it in the back with a bobby pin. This is really the ultimate detail to make the whole thing look polished and professional, and it just took like 10 seconds, so don't skip it. But yeah, this is the final look. I love how it came out. This bang is so sassy and dramatic. I feel like an it girl, a 90s video vixen, a Euphoria student, whatever you want to call it. This is a hairstyle you wear your best sunglasses with, you run extra errands in, and then you go pose in the mirror at home. I just really think this look harnesses the power to lift you out of hair depression when you haven't done your hair in forever and you're tired of a weak, messy bun every day. You can add cute little clips and stuff, but I don't like to because, and this is just me, but I feel like over accessorizing this style can make it look a bit kiddish, and that's not very cute at my big age. And finally, my last PS, I guess optional step is to shake it out a little bit. I know this seems counterproductive to the hairspray, but I think fluffing it out gives it that ultimate blowout throwback look that I love about the 90s. But yeah, hopefully this video inspires some of you to try this style if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, details in the description, and if you like this video, show me through the button. Bye y'all.